All Lindsay Shaw ever wanted was a little peace and quiet. But for more than a year, she couldn't even enjoy her back porch until now.
It's almost eerily quiet. It's good, but it's like, how long?
Why is this allowed right next to single-family homes?
This is what she used to hear, a high-pitched, never-ending whistling sound that reverberated through her suburban neighborhood and even inside her home.
If you lose your hearing in one ear, that high-pitched, that's what it's like. It's just that high pitch that doesn't go away.
In Loudoun County, Virginia, they're well accustomed to data centers. There are more here than any place else in the nation. But they weren't ready for this. When a facility called Vantage 2 came online early last year, it immediately emitted this piercing sound. Lindsay lives just a little bit more than a football field away.
This is our view now that you can see from our bathroom.
It's just so striking how it just towers over the
Yep, it towers straight over.
The sound was driving her mad, but she had no idea how many other people were suffering too.
My fiance and I, we complained about it. We said something to our direct neighbors. We didn't realize that it affected miles of communities, right?
So you lived for a year with this noise before you realized that everyone was living with it.
Correct. We thought it was just us because we're right here. We didn't know.
Before long,
In order to sleep better, I've got triple pane windows. I have this extra 1/4-inch plexiglass sheet.
people from miles away joined a chorus of complaints against the onslaught of noise.
It just makes this high-pitched noise. I invite you to come and listen to it. It is awful. It's beep. We can't sit outside on our decks, can't open the windows in the spring or the fall when it's nice out because all you hear is this noise and it's constant. It's 2.8 kilohertz. It's well above anything else you can hear. And it's just...
Was that from your home that you
Yes,
did?
that was 1,200 feet away with another building
Yeah.
in the way.
It took a while, but just this month, Vantage says it finally fixed the problem, deploying a series of blankets and louvers to muffle the sound.
Oh, I'm starting to hear it.
You can still hear it, but only right up close.
So what's causing that high-pitched noise? Well, it's the sound of natural gas-fueled turbines, basically jet engines that are powering this data center. It does keep it off the grid and make it energy independent, but it's also causing this sound.
It comes amid a national outrage over sky-high power bills
They're going to produce their own electricity.
after hundreds of data centers plugged into the public grid, requiring ratepayers to foot the bill for upgrades.
You got it done.
The White House and tech CEOs pledging to generate their own power moving forward.
We're going to win in AI, and we're going to stop the rise in electricity prices because of the 7 leaders that are sitting around this table.
There's not been a single day in 16 years in Loudoun County where a data center was not under construction. Every morning you wake up and it's a whole new set of problems.
Mike Turner sits on the Board of Supervisors of Loudoun County, known as Data Center Alley, thanks to the region's plentiful power grid. With at least 250 already online and 100 more proposed, Turner says the power company ran out of capacity when Vantage 2 broke ground, delaying a hookup to the grid for years. So Vantage found a plan B. 8 natural gas turbines to power the systems that keep the computers inside cool. It was supposed to be a temporary fix, but Turner says county regulators simply didn't understand the nuisance the turbines would cause, and they approved it.
Our zoning ordinance was not written to address jet engines running 24/7. They were there before we even understood how they were being used. I'm not even sure the company knew what they were going to do with it at that point.
He says it's something states across the country desperately need to understand.
There's a lot of focus on affordability, and people are angry that their power bills have gone up because of the demand on the grid. You know, if not the grid, is this the only answer right now?
The industry right now is changing so fast, and they're realizing they're coming up against real grid constraints on the power grid. And so they're trying to figure out what is our option to power grid power. Right now, technologically, the only option they have is gas turbines.
Does Loudoun County seem like the guinea pig in this whole enterprise?
I think the better metaphor is we are the canary in the mine.
And then there's the question of emissions. This past winter, the turbine stopped because of a power surge, blissful silence, marred by a cloud of smoke from diesel backup generators. And that leads to the other concern, pollution.
This is what is called the cloud.
Jessica Medeiros and Greg Pirio are Lindsay's neighbors.
Didn't you think the cloud was up in the sky? It's not in the sky, it's this. It pumps out black smoke. It's loud as heck a lot of the times, with potential, bad health effects to all of us.
Vantage's impact on public health is a matter of dispute. After a local environmental group released a study suggesting the center was polluting the air, that moved state regulators to respond with their own study, reporting emissions at Vantage 2 in compliance with national standards. Since then, the state deployed new sensors like these to get better samples around Data Center Alley. And so far, its findings have not changed. Vantage says it welcomes the testing, but that hasn't quelled the fears of people who live here, especially on days Vantage runs its generators.
On those days, I really feel irritation in my throat and lungs from the exhaust.
And as for the noise, Vantage says it's heard the complaints. Vantage Data Centers, the company told MS Now, is committed to being a responsible, long-term neighbor, adding, while the VA2 campus is in full compliance with applicable local noise ordinances, we have been implementing additional noise mitigation measures based on community feedback. The company says it'll make more changes by the end of the summer.
You meet your neighbors and then you realize just how much of an impact you can have.
These days, Lindsay has to walk right up to the site to hear the sound that plagued her for months.
I'm okay with it because we're on their property, we're away from the houses, and I'm not anti-data center. What I'm really hoping for is the silence in my house is the new normal, and this is officially put behind us.